Today I actually have something I want to show all of you, and that is the RTI system that I've been working on. So I actually worked on this for another school and just thought I could share it with all of you in case anybody else was interested. Just a quick disclaimer, I have replaced all the data and all the student names and everything with all random data. So what you're seeing here is not that school's data. I just wanted to make that clear. But it is very aligned to the system that they use. Of course, it can be completely customized depending on what your school is used to. So keep that in mind as you go through here, but I'll go ahead and show you the system that I've created for them. So this is an RTI Google Form. And you'll see that it can do a lot of different things. Right now, I'm just putting in my email address. If you're creating it within an organization, of course, it'll automatically collect email addresses. And I'll say third grade. And go ahead and pick the third grade student. I do have it set up to where all these student names and their grades and all their demographic information is coming from a different spreadsheet. Let's say a student left, or you wanted to add a student, you could add to that spreadsheet. It would update the form overnight. So that is a quick little convenient way to keep everything up to date. You have two different types of RTI. You have the behavior and the academic. So we'll go through the behavior first. There are three different behavior logs. There's the RTIB meeting, so that's a behavior meeting, leader tracking, and just a regular note. So let's say I want to go ahead and have a meeting about this student. Insert the date. If it's not today, let's say it is today. Attendees, let's say it's the assistant principal and the caseworker that are attending, along with the mom, and let's say Mrs. Smith. All right now that student's in Tier 2. Tier 1 strategies being used. We'll just say the first 3. Tier 2 strategies being used, the last 3. Number of absences, let's say 10. Office visits, it says use RTI Dashboard. You'll see in a minute that we're actually collecting all of that information about those students anyway. This is the SRSS rating scale number on most recent benchmarks, so that if you use that, you can continue to put those scores there. And let's say the student's already in Tier 2. I want to move to Tier 3. Notes, you can add some notes here. And that's how you submit a response. I'm going to actually edit that response because I want to go in and instead of choosing the RTIB meeting, let's go to the leader tracking. So the leader tracking is something that's being entered every day for those students that have that check-in, check-out process. All right, so in each of their blocks, they're given a score 0, 1, or 2, depending on how well they meet each of these criteria. So listen, learn, interact, prepared, achieve your goals. You'll see the rest here in a minute. All scores will automatically be set to 2. If the student scored a 2, then you can skip it. So let's say that student had a great day, except for maybe in block 3, they weren't able to listen or learn, or did not do so, did not meet the expectations. Maybe block 3 also 1 for, let's see, enter, exit, prepared, achieve your goals. They did great. Discipline yourself, not so great in block 3 again. Encourage others, they did fine. Respect all, maybe a 1 in block 3. Again, you can mark any of those however you'd like. And then the notes, you can leave a note if you'd like as well. Go ahead and submit. Again, I'm going to go back and show you the academic side now. For behavior, there was a little note that you can add. It's really just an entry for you to put a note there. You'll see that those show up on the dashboard as well. For academic, you have more options. You have the weekly attendance log, update their progress monitoring data, progress reports to parent guardian, and intervention changes. So let's look at weekly attendance. Again, leave blank if they're present. Let's say Monday we had no school and the student was absent on Thursday. You can leave notes. Would you like to update PM data? We'll go ahead and say yes. That'll take us to the PM data section. And you can change the date if you need to. I'm not going to. Let's say they did the Math iReady test and their scale score was a 453 percentile rank. And this is actually not just percentile rank. This would have to be placement because we're looking at iReady. So I don't know what grade that is, but let's just say grade 4. And actually, it's not going to let me. I need to change it to where it'll let me put the placement in there as well. If you have additional scores to report, please submit and then start over to add the next score. I'm actually going to go back. And let's look at progress reports to parent guardian since we already updated the PN data. So this is just, hey, I let the parent or guardian know that we're making some progress or insufficient progress. I can also set that up to where it automatically sends an email to the parent. That way you don't have to do that. And intervention changes. Again, just dates and note here. All right, so that's the same as if you were just entering a note, but this is actually categorizing them as intervention changes as well. In the background, you have a spreadsheet. I'm not going to show you because I don't have one with random data in it, but you'll be adding students to that spreadsheet and marking their tiers on that spreadsheet. That way you're keeping track of which tier that student is in. So let's say you want to do an intervention change, you could have this email, have this form submit an email, send an email to the whoever's in charge of making those changes on the spreadsheet. They just go in and make the changes. I do want to show you the dashboard. This is turning out to be a very lengthy video, so I'll try to move fast. Here you have all the scores. Let's say we have a little dip here. We want to know who was scored during that dip. I just click and drag, and it's going to show me those 2 students. I'm going to undo that. You can do that with any of these. This is just our attendance, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then number of students in tier 1, tier 2, and then tier 3. So you have the number, and then you have the list of students down below. This is more student specific. So typically you would select a student. I'm not sure which students have data in here, but that's just okay. Well, this student doesn't have any screening data in there. That would be something that would be added on the spreadsheet as well. But you can see where which teacher that student has, date of birth, gender, subgroup, and grade. Their tiers up here, has all of their notes, all of their scores, their baseline, their goal, and the growth needed per week. Again, that's coming from the spreadsheet. It tells if some progress was reported to the parent guardian and what the date is typically. In this case, it's not been sent to parents just yet. How many absences, how many days have been logged for that student. And then you can see all of the weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for that student. That's all the academic. For the summary, you have the averages, the average scores for all of your students that are turning in those check-in, check-out sheets. You have the intervention frequency for tier 1 interventions and tier 2 interventions. Same thing here. You can actually even click on, I don't have it set up, but I can make it to where you can click on a student and you can see all that student's information. Or you can come over to the student-specific page. Again, choose a student. It's going to give you that information along the top again. In this case, we don't have a, let's see if I can find a student that has entries in here. Let's see. There we go. All right, and then by week, which areas are excelling in, which areas are not doing so hot in. So you can see on this bar, you have for the A or for the E, encourage others, you have a pretty low score. So you're able to see all of those scores there. You can also see their individual scores for each day. All of this, again, can be customized, whatever you want to see. Tier 1 strategies, Tier 2 strategies, RTIB meeting notes, and then any additional notes that have been submitted through that form. So this is just a way of keeping track of all those students that are in your Tier 2 or Tier 3 categories for either academic or behavior. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any ideas for any projects similar to this or not similar to this, I don't care. I love to make this stuff. So please feel free to reach out with whatever you're envisioning, and I will make it happen. If you are interested in this or any of the other ones on this page, you can scroll down to the bottom. There is a form on the bottom that you can fill out, and it'll send me an email. That way we can kind of get in touch and go from there. I do offer quick little 15-30 minute free consultation, so we can make sure that I can do exactly what you need me to do. All right, that's it. Bye-bye.